Hey there, Boots On here. Yet another washing machine, an Indesit IWDC6125. This is part of a story that I'll get into about yesterday, but for now, let's see if it works. I've plugged it in and it made some beeps and the end light came on. The fascia for here is here. I've drained the filter because I brought it home in the car. It has a 10-year warranty. I wonder when it was made. Let's see if I can figure it out. 601. I don't know. Indesit. I know Becco's. I can normally figure out a Becco. We could have a look inside before we do anything with it. It's been in a rented property, I believe. Tested last year. I presume it's broken. I knocked on the door and asked if it was for taking, and I was told that it was. Okay, that turns it on and off. Smart enough. Okay, lights fire up. Okay. Rinse. Nope, this is rinse. One above 13. Water's on. Don't know if it's going to work. It's a dryer, I think, as well. It's got that plastic door. I'm pretty sure it's a dryer. D, washer dryer, IWDC. Water's coming in. I'm expecting there to be something wrong with it because it looked like it had been replaced with another machine because the straps that would hold a new machine in a box were with it. Very clean, relatively speaking. Don't know if you can see, you can, yeah, there's a bit of a bump here, some more kicks and bumps here, a bit of scuffing to the door, but you know, by my standards, this machine is pretty spotless. The clips on the bottom fascia are broken, so I don't know if it'll stay on if the top clips are broken on each side except for the center, so it doesn't really, it's not bad. Passable, not bad. Seems to be working all right. I can't really skip it ahead like old machines, but it is what it is. It's taking on a bit of water. The stuff inside is pretty dirty. I'm not expecting this machine to be dirty. It doesn't look like it was used very much. I really don't know what's going on here. 10-year warranty is pretty good. 10-year parts guarantee. It's pretty good. I don't know if this machine would still be within warranty. What I'm gonna do is press stop and take a look underneath. Right, so just after or just before I paused the video there, it started turning, so looks like the motor's working. There's the blower dryer unit there. Sounds a bit creaky or something. The concrete ballast is held in, not with screws, but with these kind of threaded spring inserts. Not seen them before. See what I mean? They're like a spring that's screwed in. Very clean. What am I looking for? A date and something while I don't touch it and get electrocuted. Don't see a date there. Maybe down here. 2013. 8th to the 11th, 2013, 9:40 in the morning. Ransom 3, can't see the rest of that. Sealed tub, as we would expect on a washing machine of today. Indesit, which I think is the same as Hotpoint, but I'm no expert. You hear that? It sounds a bit creaky in there. I wonder if the bearing's bad in it. I think I gave him a spin, just like by hand. Outside, I don't know. Oh, I wonder what that creaking noise is. It's a bit weird. What did I say it was? 2013. Making this 10 years old, making it just out of warranty. You can hear that belt noise. It doesn't sound right. Have that back panel off it while it's turning, so I might get to see what's going on here. It's rubbing off something. We'll do it off screen. Is it a belt that's too tight? Is the motor loose? Belt doesn't feel too tight. If the bearing has collapsed or something, then there could be a tracking issue of the belt, but a little bit of soap might affect it, but then it might spin down here, so I don't really want to do that. I'll come back to it if it spins, if it gets that far. I presume it will. Very strange. Very strange. The water's getting a bit dirty in there. So it'll do a rinse, then it should go to a spin, then it should be finished, hopefully. Put that there just in case, but I'm not expecting to catch anything. It's really, really clean. So, told you I was going to tell you a story. Right, I went out to collect this, saw it while I was out on a bike ride, went back in the car, fetched this in, put it in the car, was driving home, a different way than I came out, and found this one, which is basically the same machine, kinda. It's slightly different, but it's another Indesit washer dryer. This has a raised plasticky thing, 5-year parts guarantee, missing its cover, cracked on top. It's obviously been kicked about a bit, missing its lower fascia. Got paint on the sides, but that's not really a big deal. Need a bit more here. I don't even know if I'm gonna I don't even know if I'm gonna bother with this. It's missing its back panel. Someone's been in there looking at it, wondering about it. So I don't know what to do about that. Then this one, the Hotpoint Aquarius Extra WMA 40 is back. This is one that was here before. Damage to the glass there. This is one that was here before. I did the bearings on this, gave it to a friend for a year and a bit, but they then gave me a Bosch, which Bosch something or other, a relatively modern Bosch that I've made a filter video of and had a look at the bearings on. The bearings were a bit iffy, but the conclusion was that there's probably life left in them and it'll be okay. I can hear a rinse drain happening. Well, the water's black alright, but that's probably a product. Well, it's got snots in it. Snots are probably out of the machine. The machine could have been lying up for a while, you just don't know with these things. Sounds better now. So the Bosch, I gave them back their Bosch, and I also gave them another Bosch from when I went through a series of fixing Bosch machines one summer, 2020 maybe. So late 2020, I gave them another machine. Then this one went into their garage, I think. So it's been used for a year, left for a year, that kind of timeline. It's got new bearings. It's not the way to do it. Put my head on there. I feel pretty good. Oh, feel actually really smooth. So, usual stuff. This one is completely scuffed, but they didn't care. That's how friends go. Rust under here. I don't think that was there before. That's from their use, probably. Soap drawer is fine, but it's a bit, you can see it's quite a yellow colour gone there on the fascia. Control fascia. This one doesn't have a filter at the pump. The pump is here at the back, under here, and there's no drain. So there's a basket in there probably, which I imagine is clean. So I don't think this machine, I think they gave it a bit of work, but not too much. Once they had another Bosch, then they redid their kitchen utility room and put the two Bosches side by side with a dryer. So I don't know what to do with this. It's a working machine, but it's old and clunky. It's WMA 40. What's over here? That's the other Indesit washer dryer, IWDC6125. There's a Indesit slimline dishwasher there. There's a Indesit tumble dryer over here that hasn't been featured yet in anything. Beko condenser dryer, I've done the brush seal on that, and then up here is the one I'm looking for, WMA 32, similar to the 40, and then in the back here is Beko WTG741M1W. I've made a few videos of that. I'm not sure what to do with that either. I think it works just fine. So, 1, 2 in there is a slimline Beko as well that you've seen in other videos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 washing machines, 8 washing machines, and a dryer and a dishwasher. And this one looks alright. It's done another bit of a rinse there, or pumped more out or something. So, yeah, there's snots there from the hose. I saw a bit of a black snot that came out of the hose. That's the slimline one there, Beko WTG something. WTG620M2W. You can't see that, there it is. Okay, and I think that one works, and I gave it a bit of a clean today because I moved it out of the way to get this one. Before I moved it, I gave it a bit of a clean. Very slim, 400mm, 40 centimeters ish deep. Don't know what to do with it. I can hear you saying sell it, but I don't like selling them. I might try and give it away or something. This one with the paper sticker on it. Sounds like the washing machine's fine. May need to give it a wash, and then what's the other thing? A tumble, and see if that works. Very, very clean. You know, that's no motor dust. I don't know this was used very much at all. But that's the way it is. Has it done a spin? Not yet. Still rinsing. I'll come back to it at the end or when it's making noise and see what happens. Sounds pretty good to me. Don't know where we are with this one. Where are we? It's very clean. Draining again. Hoping it's going to spin, is it? Not yet. Well, we'll come back in a minute. It's not on the spin phase yet, but it's the way it is. Maybe it did another rinse because it's so bloody filthy. It's certainly coming out cleaner. Doing all right, hey? It's did a proper spin there, but it's bringing in more water, and it's pottering away at that. So good luck to it. It must be too dirty for it, I guess. We'll leave it at it. Quite a lot of water in there for the second or third time now. It's doing that creaky thing. It's doing that creaky thing again, and I wonder is there a motor mount bracket or something a bit astray there, but look how clean it is in behind my finger there on the rim. It could be the bearings that are absolutely cheesed up in there. It looks like, as well, I thought it was welded here at the front, and it looks like it is. And it also appears to have a weld running in here the back, as you can see within each of those triangles there, there's a bit of weld sauce sticking out just like in there and whatnot. So there you go. Well, we're not there yet. It's still not even on the rinse, which is strange, or the spin phase. So it's gone on for another drain. Still on the rinse, but the water's chugging out of it pretty quick. We know the inlet works, we know that the outlet works, we know that the motor works. We don't know if the element works, we don't know if the tumble dryer works. And that's what we'll test in due course. But as it stands, well, it's still pretty dirty, but I would just like it to drain off and finish spinning, and I would then do a 40 or a 60 with the stuff that's in it. But it's not there yet. So just a moment later then it went on to the spin phase, and it's charging up now, and it's shot out another drop of water there, and it's sounding all right. Ooh, a bit of a shimmy. But it is going okay. It's very, I've said it maybe 10 times now, it is a very clean machine. Externally and internally and whatnot. Need to have a good examination of those bearings to see if that's what's squeaking. It could be a seal that's gone dry squeaking or something, squeaking and creaking down the back there. Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you think that, I've never seen that creaking noise before, so if you know what it is, maybe it's something that'll go away. Looks to have, oh no, it's just, maybe it's hardly finished, it's barely done a spin. And there's quite a good bit. There's a curtain in there that I've been using as a rag, and a couple of towels and quite a few gloves and small rags. Like I say, I wouldn't mind giving it a 40 or a 60. It's got a 50 wash actually. I might compromise and do a 50 with a little bit of soap if it would ever finish. It's been doing this for about 10 minutes now in the spin phase, where it kind of sounds like it's going to spin and then it decides against it, probably because it's unbalanced. But it's from my point of view, it's getting old because I want to move on. Like there it's going now, and decides against it, you know, and it's just boring. Oh, it's up again. It's not the fastest spin. It doesn't sound like it's bad. I'm looking in here at the silver edge of the drum. It looks to be running quite smooth, so it doesn't seem to have any spider issues or anything like that. That's better, and that's as fast as it's gone so far because it's getting a bit of water out of it. Well, I'll come back at the end. 5 minutes later and it's doing something more approximating a spin. Which is good. That's positive. It is spinning. Sounds and looks fine. This is quite bizarre. Right. Eventually we'll be at the end. It's calmed down after the spin. I presume it's gonna do a load balance just now. Tiny drop more of pretty clear water came out. So eventually the door will click, I suppose. What does this tell us about reality? So this was on the street. I asked for it. I was given it. Simple as that. I took it home. It seems to work. We're not there yet, but it doesn't look that there could be much wrong with it. The only things I'm thinking then, beyond the element on the machine, is the element here for the dryer and the motor here. Possibly both are knackered. It's normally one thing breaks and then you throw it out. That's how people behave. Where does that leave us? Questions or comments, stick them below. I think this machine's going to be alright. Lord only knows why it was left out like that. Any words of wisdom, you know what to do with them. Otherwise, thanks for watching. See you later.